come down onto your back on your mat. And as you arrive, make yourself comfortable. Bend your knees, extend your legs, whatever gives you the space to allow your back to feel relaxed and supported by the floor. And close your eyes. As you close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath and give yourself a chance to arrive. As you watch your breath move in and move out, see if you can connect to the feeling of your body from the inside. The way your breath moves and changes the shape of your body. And give yourself a couple of cycles of breathing where you really allow the experience of your body from the inside to rise up towards the surface. As we invite our minds to change some of the tension patterns in our bodies, we need our minds to be connected to the feeling and the experience of the body, rather than simply going through the movements. And then once you feel like your experience of your breath has gotten a little richer, has become a deeper piece of your conscious awareness, then start to add a little movement. As you breathe in, let the belly rise and let your pelvis rock towards your toes so that you're coming into that same arch shape. Low back rises up, sitting bones reach down. Pause here to refine. Root the hips down as you exhale. Take an inhale breath into your belly, moving it up towards the sky with your breath and with the muscles of your back. And then really slowly release that contraction. Again, focusing on letting go from your back to melt back down towards the floor. With your next exhale, let the low back sink down. Roll your pelvis towards you so that the sitting bones rock up. Feel how the front body contracts as the back body lengthens. As you exhale, press down a little bit. As you inhale, breathe into your back. And then slowly let that contraction and effort go. Again, letting the front body release and lengthen. So we'll take 2 more cycles. As you breathe in, let the front body expand, roll your pelvis towards your toes. See if you can feel this movement happening at the bottom of your spine. Exhale the hips gently down. Inhale the belly sweetly up. Feel the contraction in your back. Keep your attention there. And slowly let it go. With your next exhale, start to reverse that shape. Low back sinks down. Pelvis rolls towards the top of your head, feeling your back round, your tailbone curl up. Exhale, gently press the back down. Inhale, breathe into your back, keeping the front body closed. Let your mind feel the closing in the front body so that you can also control releasing that contraction, coming out as slowly and gently as you can. We'll take 2 more cycles. On these last 2 cycles, I want you to pay attention to how your head moves with your pelvis. As you inhale and arch, feel the low back rise up and see if you can feel how that movement draws your chin in towards your chest. Refining, hips press down, belly expands upwards on the inhale. And then as you let go, let the low back lengthen, but also let go from the front of your throat so that your head is rocking back to neutral as your pelvis is rocking back to neutral. With your exhale, low back sinks down, sitting bones curl up. Feel how that reaches your chin up towards the sky. Again, refine and slowly release. One more time here. As you inhale, feel your way into the arch. Notice the chin come in, notice the back arch. Make those actions conscious. And then stay present with them as you slowly let go. Coming out as slowly as you can so that your mind is really present for the act of letting go. Reversing, exhale the low back down, sitting bones curl up. Feel how that reaches the chin up towards the sky. And then slowly release. As you get to 0, give yourself a chance just to pause and to rest. We'll be playing with bringing movement into the arms and the legs with that arching and curling action. To start, bring your arms a little closer towards you maybe, so that they're at about a 45-degree angle away from your hips. Not right in line with the shoulders, not pinned next to you, but somewhere in between. First, we'll practice the movement with the arms. Let the left palm turn down. See if you can rotate the upper arm and the elbow. Keep rolling in that direction. Feel your shoulder curl up. And then see if your shoulder can deliver, or your ribs rather, can deliver your shoulder towards your upper belly. And then slowly let that go. Rolling the left arm in the opposite direction. Let the palm turn towards the top of the head. Turn the upper arm, feel the shoulder start to press back. And keep rotating the arm in that direction, and you'll feel your shoulder blade draw down in your back arch. And then slowly let that go. Let's try that same action on the right side. Turn the right palm down. Keep rotating the upper arm, the elbow, then let that pick up the shoulder. Finally, let the ribs deliver the shoulder down towards your belly. So you're closing through your chest, lengthening through your back. And then slowly let that go. Turning the right arm in the opposite direction, palm turns towards the top of the head. Upper arm and elbow rotate, shoulder starts to press back. Feel your shoulders scoop underneath you and draw down as you keep rotating the arm. So it's rolling on the floor. Notice the chest expand, the back contract, and then slowly let that go. We're going to take 2 cycles with the arms together, and then we'll explore the legs. Turn both palms down. Keep rolling the arms in that direction. Feel the shoulders curl up. Now draw down with the ribs to move your shoulders towards your belly button. Feel how your chin reaches towards the sky and the back rounds. And then slowly let that go. Rolling both arms in the opposite direction. Turn the palms out. Let the upper arms and elbows start to rotate. Feel the shoulders press back. Let them draw underneath you as you continue to rotate the arms. Feel the chin move in towards your chest and the back arch. And slowly let that go. Let's explore what happens with the legs, and then we'll put it together. Start with your knees a little bit out towards the sides. So this will be that same arching and rounding action in the low back. As you exhale, draw your low back down towards the floor. As you rock your pelvis towards you, feel how that picks the legs up. Let the inner thighs engage, let the knees draw towards one another. Again, notice how the back rounds. And then slowly let that go. And as you let go, see if you can let the inner thighs soften, the sitting bones get heavy. Letting the knees come back up a little bit, we'll try the opposite half of that movement, the arch. As you feel ready, breathing into your belly, let your pelvis rock towards your toes. Now, as you arch your back, start to engage with the outer hips. Imagine you were pulling your knees out towards the sides. Feel that contraction come through the outer hips and the low back. And then slowly let it go. So let's put these together. Let the knees start a little wide. We'll start with the exhale. So curling in like a flower closing its petals at night. As you exhale, rotate the palms down. Roll your pelvis towards the top of the head, low back moves down. Keep drawing your low back down and rolling the arms until you've curled yourself in. So the front body line from the inner arms and inner thighs to the center is contracting here. And then really slowly let that go. Feeling the front body lengthen, the inner legs soften, the inner arms release as you come back to 0. Letting the knees come back in a little bit, we'll reverse that shape. Rotate the palms to the outside. Start to arch your back, rolling your pelvis towards your toes. Keep rotating the arms. Let the outer hips draw the knees apart here, feeling the back contract. And then slowly let that go. So we'll take 2 more cycles just like that, with the knees starting a little wide. Exhale into that rounded shape. Palms turn down, pelvis rocks towards the top of the head. Keep rolling the arms and rocking your pelvis until you've curled in. Knees will move towards one another as the inner thighs contract, front body closes and shortens. And then really slowly release. Notice how the head moves, how the arms and legs move, how the front body lengthens. With the knees pointing up towards the sky, start to reverse into that arched shape. As you breathe in, let the palms turn out, rotating the arms, rock your pelvis towards your toes. Use the outer hips to pull the knees a little bit towards the outside. Again, making sure all of these movements feel good, no force, no strain. And then slowly let that go. Again, we're trying to help our minds learn about contracting and releasing, not stretch or force. With the knees a little to the outside, we'll take 1 more cycle. As you exhale, rock your pelvis towards you. Feel how that lifts the knees. Roll the palms down. Keep rotating the arms in that direction, feeling the shoulders curl up, the ribs in the front body close as the back body expands. Notice the chin reach up. And slowly let that go. Feel how the front body unfolds, unwinds again as you let that contraction go. With the knees facing up towards the sky, start to arch your back by rocking your pelvis towards your toes. Roll the palms to the outside. Feel how the shoulders curl back and down as you rotate the arms. Again, finding an arch that connects the whole fabric of the back. It can be a very small size. What matters is how present you are in that sensation. And then slowly let that go. Again, coming all the way back to 0 effort. And as you get there, take a moment just to pause and to rest. Bringing a little movement into the sides of the body. Come over onto your left side. Again, make a comfortable support for your head and neck. Set the knees up so that they're right in line with the hips, so you have a 90-degree angle at the hips. And let your toes just peek out past the knees, so you've got a 90-degree angle at the knees as well. We'll practice the 2 halves of this movement 1 time each, just to make sure they're fresh in our minds. Keeping the knees together, drawing that right hip up towards the right shoulder, start to lift that right foot and shin up. Feeling your waistline contract, you can always place a hand there to check. And then slowly let that go. Connecting to the upper part of the side body line, let your right arm rest along the side of your body. Again, trying to feel into this waistline space. Draw your ribs and your shoulder down and feel your arm reach past your hip a little bit. And then slowly let that go. So we'll put those 2 actions together for 3 cycles. As you're ready, draw that right hip up to lift the foot and shin. Draw the ribs and shoulder down, reaching through the arms. Feel how the spine curves. Let that bottom side lengthen and move down. And then slowly let that go. We'll take 2 more cycles. As you're ready, bottom left side sinks down as the top right side closes. See if you can feel this contraction come through that whole right side so that you can slowly and consciously let that contraction go, letting the hip and the shoulders soften apart. 1 more time here. As you contract to the right, see if you can feel how the waist contracting acts on the arms, acts on the hips, acts on the shoulders. And then slowly release that contraction, coming down as slowly as you can. so that there's more space, more time for your brain to be present and connected to that action. Take a moment just to rest. Come onto your back for a moment, just feeling the difference between the sides, noticing the space, the grounded quality, the length on that right side. And then as you're ready, switch so that the left side is up, right side is down. Again, setting yourself up here. Make sure you have your knees right in line with your hips and a 90-degree bend at the knees and at the hips. If you don't feel contraction in the waist, it's probably because you need to bring your knees a little closer towards you. Checking with your hand if you'd like, and again, refreshing those actions on this side. Start to draw that left hip up towards the shoulder to lift the foot and the shin. Moving the hip rotates the thigh here. You should feel the muscles in the waist contract. And then slowly let that go. Letting the weight of the foot and the shin be lowered down by releasing contraction from the waist. Checking in with the upper part of that pattern. From the waist, draw the ribs and the shoulder down towards the hip. Feel how your arm reaches a little further down towards the bottom of the mat. And again, feel the waistline contract. Make sure your head is supported here with your hand, with a block, with a pillow. And slowly let that contraction go, letting yourself come back down. So we'll put that together for 3 cycles. Again, drawing the ribs and shoulder down, drawing the hip upwards, close through the side body. See if you can feel the bottom side move down and lengthen. And then slowly let that go. The 2 sides of the body, of course, need to work together. If the bottom side stays contracted, it will be difficult for the top side to move. 2 more times here. Let that bottom side sink down as the left hip, left ribs, and left shoulder move towards one another. Noticing the foot and the shin rise, feeling the shoulder, the neck move, and then slowly let that go. One final time here. Close through that left side. Let that right side soften and lengthen. And then keep your focus on releasing that contraction on the left. And slowly let that left side broaden again. And coming all the way back to 0 effort. And as you arrive, again, make your way onto your back. And take a moment just to feel. Hopefully, if there was a difference between the right and the left, they've now come back to balance. Both come to a place where they feel more alive, more part of your awareness. Next, take your arms out to the sides like a T, so that your hands are about in line with the shoulders. Again, let the knees be bent, feet down on the floor. So we're going to come back to the rotating action of the arms. And this time we're going to let the arms rotate in opposite directions. So we're going to start by turning the right palm down, and we'll keep rotating the arm in that direction until the right shoulder curls up. On the left, we're going to turn the left palm towards the top of the head and keep rotating until that left shoulder moves back towards the floor. And then let that go. Let's try it going the other way. Left palm will turn down. Keep rolling the arm until the shoulder curls up. On the right, palm turns up. Keep rolling the arm until the shoulder presses back. And then slowly release. We're going to add one more piece. That's letting the head rock from side to side. Turn the right palm down. As the right shoulder lifts up, let that rock your head over towards the left. Left palm turns towards the top of the head as the left shoulder moves back. Let that make a little pocket into which your head could just gently rotate. And then as you release from the back on the left, the chest on the right, let your head come back to center again. Going the other way, left palm turns down. As the left shoulder comes up, let that guide your head over towards the right. Right palm turns towards the top of the head. As the shoulder moves back, let that invite the head over in that direction. And then release back to center. So we're going to add one more piece. That's letting the hips rock so that the knees sway from side to side. And the knees are always going to be going opposite your gaze. So let's see if we can put it all together. Turn the right palm down. As the shoulder rises up, let your head go left. Left hand turns towards the top of the head. Left shoulder moves back. Gaze is towards the left. So the knees and the hips are going to rock towards the right. Come only as far as feels easy and comfortable. No stretch or strain. And then as you release, arms unspiral, knees and hips come back to center, head comes back to center. Reversing, left palm turns down, right palm turns up, head goes to the right, knees and hips go to the left. And then make your way back to center. So we'll take a few cycles going back and forth here. Right palm turns down, left palm turns up, gaze goes left, knees go right, and then come back to center. Rotating the other way, left palm turns down, right palm turns up, head goes to the right, knees to the left. Give yourself a couple more cycles here. Let this feel really good in your body, like a dance. We're playing with two spirals here. A spiral that's moving across the arms and the chest, and a spiral that's moving top to bottom through the spine and the center of the body. Give yourself one more cycle in each direction. Right palm turns down, left palm turns up, head goes left, knees go right, and then release to center. And reversing, left palm turns down, right palm turns up. Make sure the shoulders are moving here. Left shoulder rises, right shoulder grounds. And then release back to center. And take a moment just to pause and to rest. Again, notice how things feel in the center of your body. And then for the final piece of this practice, roll yourself over to one side and come up to sit. So the last thing we'll play with is this connection between the tops of the shoulders and the sides of the neck and the ribs. So we'll be moving the shoulders in opposite directions. We'll start by taking the left shoulder up towards the left ear, and we'll draw the right shoulder down. You should feel some contraction in the ribs and under your armpit. And then slowly let that go. And let the shoulders come back in line with one another. Reversing, we'll take the right shoulder up and the left shoulder down. So again, you should feel contraction by the armpit on the left, by the corner of the neck and the shoulder on the right. And then slowly let that go. So we're making a zigzag kind of a shape with the shoulders. Left shoulder goes up, right shoulder gently comes down. Find this diagonal line. And then slowly release. See if your mind can really feel into where it's letting go from. We're not trying to pull the shoulders back. We're trying to release them to a neutral place. Right shoulder goes up. Left shoulder comes down on that diagonal. And then slowly let that go. One more time in each direction here. Left shoulder goes up. Right shoulder comes down. Slowly release. Right shoulder comes up. Left shoulder goes down. And slowly let that go. Take a moment just to rest. We'll do two more lines that connect to the back sides of the neck and the front sides of the throat. To start, turn your head towards the right. Tip your head gently back and then lift the right shoulder up, almost as if it was going to touch your chin or your cheek. Then slowly lower it down and let your head gently return back to center. We'll do that twice more. Turn the head to the right, gently tip it back and lift the shoulder up. Should feel contraction in the front of your neck. And then slowly lower the shoulder down and let your head return back to center. One more time. Head goes right and tips back, shoulder lifts, and then slowly let that go. Continuing to work on the right shoulder. Turn your head to the left. Gently tip it back. And now as you lift the right shoulder up, let it feel like it connects towards the back of your skull. And then slowly lower the shoulder and slowly lower your head, as if your cheek was going to brush against the inside edge of the left shoulder. We'll do that twice more. Let the head lift up, keeping it rotated. Let it tip back a little bit. Let the shoulder rise up towards it. And then go really slowly with the release. We're not trying to stretch this line. So don't come into any stretch sensations in the neck. Let go only as far as you can with ease. One more time, let the head rise up. Shoulder lifts up. And very slowly let that go. Let your head come back to center. Notice the difference between the right shoulder and the left one. And then let's give the left side a little love as well. Turn your head towards the left, tip it back gently, let the left shoulder rise up towards your left cheek, and then let the shoulder come down, and let your head soften back to center. Twice more, let the head turn left, gently tip it back, the shoulder rise, and really slowly soften that effort. Shoulder melts towards the mat. Head floats back to center. Last time, head goes left, gently tips back, shoulder rises. And then slowly let that go. Last time here, connecting into the back of the shoulder. Turn the head to the right, gently tip it back, let the left shoulder rise up. And then let the left shoulder soften down and let your head pour forward, kind of as if your cheek was going to brush the inside edge of the right shoulder. Twice more, let the head lift, keep it rotated to the side, shoulder lifts up, and then slowly lower the shoulder and the head. Again, no sensations of stretch here on the left side. One more time, head lifts up, shoulder rises up. Make it conscious, see if your mind can feel what it's doing here. And then let the mind control releasing that contraction little by little by little by little. And let your head come back to center. Again, take a moment to rest. If you like, you can come down onto your back for 4 or 5 breaths, taking a little Shavasana, or you can sit if you're comfortable seated. You can always take these seated movements on a chair if sitting on the floor is not comfortable for you.